Hello, this is Vijay Fader from AV Loops. I'm going to show you a quick tutorial on how to create your own visual music videos for promoting on social networks like Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. As you know, these platforms are very visual heavy mediums where people are looking at pictures and images and videos all the time. So it makes it challenging to promote music just by using a still image of your album cover. So it's a really good idea to add visuals to make it more engaging for your fans. And we're going to do this with iMovie on the Mac. And it's super easy to use. If you already know video editing or use other softwares before, then this all will make very much sense to you. You can easily apply the same technique on other video editing softwares. So I have a piece that I previously created for AV Loops demo, and you can take a look here. And as you can see, it's a continuously looping audio-visual piece. And I'm going to go ahead and recreate this in iMovie. And to be honest, I personally don't really use iMovie. It's sort of a video editing software for dummies. And in some ways, it's great if you are not an editor. But in other ways, it has a lot of automatic functions that really freak you out sometimes. But bear with me, and I'm gonna walk you through the steps. Like I said, if you are used to using other video editing softwares, this concept is very simple, and you understand immediately what's going on. So first, I'm gonna drag the music that I plan to use into the timeline where there was a music symbol in there. And I'm gonna go ahead and zoom in to this track using Command plus. And I'm gonna select a piece of a track from this music that will seamlessly repeat itself over and over again. And again, it's great for sharing on Facebook and Instagram, especially when you have a short loop to feature and promote your music. So I'm gonna cut this, cut the beginning of the loop right after this drop. So there. So I'm gonna zoom into this and look at the waveform and cut it exactly where this peak is. So you can zoom in a little bit closer and then go left and right with your arrow keys on your keyboard to really scrub through and find the exact point that you want to cut. And go ahead and right click and then go split clip. And here it will make a precise cut where the beginning of this beat is. And yeah, there's, of course, if you're making your own track, you can export a section of your music as an exact loop. That's also doable, but sometimes with video editing softwares, it has a different time base, which is normally 30 frames a second, meaning that sometimes there's going to be a little gap if your loop falls inside of a frame that's like a 30th of a second. So I will just go ahead and do this all in the editing software, so that way your visuals and your music is cut precisely, even though it might be a frame off, but it will be okay. the end result will be a seamless looping audio visual loop. So now I trim that off. And here's a funny thing with iMovie. Here you see a little dot. It automatically inserts a fade into your music, which I don't know how they will do that. But to get rid of it, you have to slide this little dot over to make this number as small as possible, but not 0, because when you put it on 0, it's, let's check. All right, that did it. See, so that will get rid of this fade. Now I want to zoom out, slide this music all the way to the beginning of my timeline. There you go. And I'm going to select right, so I want this to play 2 times. Yeah, that's the first iteration. Right, and that's exactly why I wanted to stop. So I'm going to cut this again right about here, go split clip, and then remove the rest. And zoom out again, and then you can check your music, see if it's looping correctly by enabling go to view and go to loop playback. So most editing software allows you to loop your timeline over and over again. So now I can check this loop and see if it works. So as you notice, there's a fade at the end again, so I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to check this one more time. That's pretty good. So now my music is looping. So this loop is about 14 seconds, and now I'm going to find the visuals for this loop, which I already pre-selected. I'm going to find AV Loops. And here's the visual. It's a visual loop called Tank Twist, created by Raw Designs. And if you want to try some visuals out, you can just go ahead and click the download preview button, and it will download the preview video with the watermark overlay straight to your desktop or your computer, so you don't have to log in or create an account. And this is a great way to try out some visuals and see if it really fits and works with your music before you're making a purchase. And if you do want to end up purchasing the loop, it's only €4 for a personal license for this clip. And all of our visuals are priced between 0, which means free, to up to €4 per visual. So now we're gonna go back to iMovie and then drag this visual that we just downloaded onto the timeline. The visual is longer than my halfway point of my loop. So what I need to do is retime my clip. So I'm gonna select the halfway point of my song here. And I'm gonna just go ahead and split that again just to have a marker so that I have an indication of how long this loop should be. And I want to make this shorter, so I go show speed editor. Basically, I'm going to shorten the speed of this video to match the length of halfway point of my music loop. And I can zoom in a little bit and just make sure that this is filling in the halfway point. And once I've done that, I'm going to copy it and then paste it again, and then make sure the second part also fits the rest of my loop. And ignore these gaps because in reality they don't exist, but visually they are there, and it's very confusing for me and for some of you who doesn't use iMovie. And now I'm gonna preview this and see if it matches, see if the visuals matches the music. And that's it. It works out great. So the goal is when you have a piece of visuals, and then sometimes a lot of times it has some beats and some kind of a tempo with the visuals. What you want to do is you want to match the speed of that video to the exact length of your loop, basically, and that's the goal. And if you're happy with this, you can continue and extend your loop or add more to this and add different visuals to build out your entire song if you want to. But for this demo and also for social media sharing, shorter is better and sweeter. So we're gonna leave it at this. And of course you can overlay some text and titles to promote your track and promote yourself as an artist, and put some text on top of this. After you're done with your editing, and what you want to do is you want to export this as a movie. So I would, in iMovie, go Share and File, and check the quality setting. I would put it on high and better quality as a compress setting. Great, and then hit next. And then I'm just gonna save it into my movies folder. And you can wait for this to export. All right, it finished exporting. Let's take a look. There's a video. I'm gonna open with QuickTime Player. That's the video that we made. And play it. And you can do Command L to loop this, no, not Command L, go to View and Loop. Now this video is going to loop endlessly in your QuickTime Player, so you can check this as a loop. Great, and you can now share this on Facebook and Instagram. For Instagram, you need to download it onto your phone first or your tablet, and then upload it from your device. Don't forget to check out AV Loops. Browse around, there's tons of visuals created by artists for all kinds of music genres. A lot of them are free, so click around, and thanks for watching.